Like that. Hello?
What is this? What is this Dynamo player?
I don't know that one. So that also is a doubt. Today I will ask to that one. What is Dynamo and Dynamo player?
If it is an external add-in, it should not be here. It should be
The
in the
add-in
add-ins,
in external tools. This like
in the
Navis.
external tools, correct. But
Yeah,
why
yeah.
it is in the manage next to the Dynamo? Huh?
That I don't know.
Okay. Actually, if you're completely new, okay, if you don't know how to use the Dynamo, still you can execute some sort of a stuff with this Dynamo player. Okay. So
Okay.
when you create and the second thing, when you create any scripts to your team members and you feel that, they shouldn't disturb your script at any cost, then you have to convert that script into the Dynamo player script and then you have to share it with them. So this is very lengthy process, very, very lengthy, but I'll make it, very simple. For me to handle this conversion from Dynamo to Dynamo player, took many months to understand. Okay.
So
Well,
Dynamo
so
player is the another part.
actually, that is external tool itself. Okay. I mean, that is an additional tool which is connected with the Dynamo.
So
Okay. So
what
it will not have a Dynamo interface. It has a different interface. Dynamo player.
okay.
Okay. So this Dynamo is different and the Dynamo player is different. Player in the sense it is just a player. It has a play icon. You just have to click on it. Can you see the play icon here?
Yeah.
Just a play icon. So it won't open the Dynamo. Okay. So there is no link. I mean, if you have the existing Dynamo script, just click on the play button. Like in the Dynamo, we have a run button, right? Huh?
Yeah,
That's
understood,
simple.
understood.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so today's concept is again data types. Tomorrow, let's have a full set of fun because I'm going to confuse you completely. Uh, Generally, my strategy, if you're confusing a candidate and give a clarity after that confusion, so most of the doubts will be cleared. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to play with some very important concept, and the meeting link is also going to be changed. Okay, since most of the students are not converting into this what into like students, so we'll finalize the candidates tomorrow. Okay, till then we'll just have the basic content. We are just discussing the basic content till tomorrow. Okay, so what is an integer?
Okay.
What is an integer?
Whole number.
Only numbers 0 to
The numbers.
infinity.
Whole number without decimal point.
Whole
Okay,
numbers.
okay. Double in the sense?
Decimal.
Decimal with the decimal.
Decibels. Okay. And what about this crop view, crop reason visible, annotation crop, far clip offset? What kind of a data types they are?
Section like
Boolean.
view adjusting the
Boolean,
image
Boolean.
3D and 2D.
Booleans.
Boolean.
Booleans. Okay, good. So, what is the data type of this?
It is number.
Number.
Number. But it is a string, right? It is a
Yeah.
text
Indeed.
actually.
Yeah.
Actually, this thing
Control string.
work out in number.
Work with the number.
Okay, 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 good. So people, have received this yesterday's assignment from most of you. That's good to see. Like, genuinely you answered. Most of them got confused and, they genuinely accepted what they thought and what it was exactly. So I'm happy with that. Okay. In the training, we have to be very, very genuine. If you have done, say it's done. If not, say it's not. Okay. Simple. Well, I don't say anything. I mean, see, we don't know each other. Okay. No one bothers about you, and because they are busy with their things itself, they don't sit and look into you what you're exactly doing. Okay. So, any questions in there? No? No? Yes, sir. Mute. Please mute everyone. Mm, okay, I think that's fine. So, today, 60th batch notes. What are we going to discuss? Actually, yesterday we have to cover all this. The day one for 60th batch, we have covered everything. But yesterday we didn't cover anything in detail, frankly. Okay. So we are extending the session because to keep audience in with a limit knowledge. Okay. From tomorrow, no limit, unlimited learning. Don't, have anything. Okay. Because you get overfed here. Okay. So there will be some sort of sessions where you will sleep also, like history of Dynamo, where it was and why, how it has come. Okay, history. You just have to bring your pillow, dupatta, and everything. You will sleep and snore as well. Okay, so there are one or two sessions like, don't worry. Okay, not the entire training, just especially that history of. But even though we are going to discuss out of the box things, okay, like why the history, how that comes before Dynamo, where is the BIM automation? Like, don't we have a BIM automation? BIM automation was there from so many years. So when I started knowing this Dynamo in 2015, no, 16 Jan or February, I have attended a seminar. So it was very impressive. I thought, I have to learn this, learn this, learn this. But before 2016, it was there, but not in the form of Dynamo. It is not like Dynamo. Okay. It is something like in the same managed tab, we have macros. We have macros. So macro in the sense it will record each and every single action what you are doing. For example, in an Excel, let everyone join. Till then, I just wanna set. Huh? Do you anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions while you practicing? Huh?
If
Come on.
how we will identify the nodes? Suppose yesterday we did selecting the duct and parameter additional
Hmm.
flow. So how
Hmm.
we will identify that nodes exactly that all get and set?
There are actually six concepts, bro, Prashant.
Uh,
Okay.
uh,
So there are six concepts, like or else we called as a strategist to find a node. Clear?
yeah.
So this concept itself take almost 4 hours to explain. Wait for the term. Okay, maybe maybe fifth session or sixth session, we are going to discuss this, how to find a node.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
no, no. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, Mr.
Hmm.
Rajesh. Yesterday you were showing some notes and the presentation, right, for that
Hmm.
exercise. So
Hmm.
if we are trying to do the same process in another different version of Revit, I
Hmm.
think that the command name will be different, right? Because that
No,
means Revit
come.
each version they are changing the names of the same commands or changing in different formats or something.
Nothing's the same. Even you open the same Dynamo in 2018 also, it will be the same because I have opened, uh, you know, uh, I have placed the nodes which are default nodes. Default nodes, will not be a spoil your, Dynamo things or Dynamo scripts. Okay. So there
Yeah.
is no difference at all. Maybe, for example, I'll show you something. Anyways, it was a nice question. Someone texted me today, Rajesh, I'm not able to find an order. So element dot get parameter
Yeah. Me
value
also.
by name.
I got it that one.
you say get parameter value by name. So the person who tried this actually get parameter value by name, you didn't get this get parameter value by name. So you have to type in full. And very important thing, there are some strategies in the newer version of Dynamo. It is if you eliminate this dot, you will directly get it. You will directly get that. Okay. And very get para. See, I no need to write this entire thing. So when I started writing GET, I get all the GET stuff and parameter. That is the reason I texted you. Use G caps, P caps, V caps, B caps, and N caps. Is this clear? Is this clear, Prashant?
Yes, yes, yes. I understood. Yes.
Okay, so I'll explain you. There are a few more strategies like to find a node. You know that there is a node, but you don't know how to find it. So these strategies, which I'm going to explain in the training, will help you a lot to find a node. Trust me. Okay, there are not one or two. There are n number of. Even these six concepts are not the end concepts. There are sub concepts in it again. So you have to remember all this. Okay, please accept it. And trust me, it is very, very simple. You can easily, one person who created a notes, even I don't know who is that, Karthik maybe. He started using like exactly like a mind mapping tool. And if you wish to write anything, don't put pen on a paper. That is the best tool. But compared to the pen and paper, there are some sort of tools called mind mapping tools. The best one which I suggest, Xmind. Xmind. Install this. If you don't have, let me know. I'll share your, I think it's a cracked one. You may not get the cracked version. So let me know. I'll share it with you. Just take your company, IT guide permissions and then, install this. Okay. So
Is
Xmind will help
is this a
you.
is this a plugin?
Sorry.
Is this a
It's an
plugin or
external
implemented
tool.
software?
External tool. Like this. It looks like this. To have
Are you
Xmind,
displaying something? Because we cannot see anything on the monitor.
can't you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
It's visible.
Okay, please try again. Okay, Xmind. Xmind is a tool. Okay, there are a number of tools you can go with anything. So Xmind is the best one and which is very faster and looks very clean to write a notes. Okay, so I'll explain you how to use this. And there is another tool for every developer. Give a minute. Someone is in office. Okay. So there is another tool for every developer that's called it's called visual programming. Say visual flowchart. Flowchart. Okay. So I do prefer app.diagrams.net. App.diagrams.net. Okay. So this is it's a website actually. Copy this. Control V. Hit enter. This one flowchart maker. If you wish to write anything, you just have to, I mean, for example, in future after 1 year or 2 years, if you want to talk to me that you have a problem, then what to do? Open this, create the entire workflow, and Rajesh, this is the actual workflow, but I'm unable to read something. Did I miss something here? So if you present this to me, or else if you are presenting this to your manager or someone, he'll understand clearly. What is this? I want to start and where it is actually getting categories, all elements of category. Okay. So I'm getting the ducks, all the elements of the, all the ducks. Okay. Here. And I'm getting the flow rate value of every duck. And then if the flow rate is greater than 600 and less than 750, then that duct will be coming under category one duct. So if it is flow rate I'm talking about, if the flow rate is greater than 450 and less than 600, then it will be under category 2. So I want to assign these values, to the ducks. That is what this guy want to do. Okay. Even you don't need to draw all this in the arrange layout. I'm sorry, in extras. hmm, A view arrange insert. Yeah, in the arrange insert and layout are advanced from text and plant UML. There are two different things. Okay, so from text. So this is how actually it does. You have to ask ChatGPT, Mr. ChatGPT, I want to do a script, to extract, to extract the classed elements between, the classed points where there is a class point. I want to place a arrow over there or else a spear over there where there is a clash. Okay, so I want to place this, and the elements are ducts and cable trays. So now, or else ducts and walls, or cable trays and walls. So when you write that, so it will give you the plant UML code. Plant UML code. Copy that plant UML code and paste it here, and then it will give you this kind of a flowchart. You no need to do that, and customizations you can do it later. Understand? See, maximum I'm actually mixing two different things. One is API with AI. I want you to learn the coding confidently. At the same time, I don't want to waste your time. Even you're learning an automation tool with an AI tool. Understand? So we have a dedicated platform for especially for our students. This is bimera-gpt.com. app.bimera-gpt.com. This is another GPT. Do you know that? This is another GPT. Okay, I'll show you. You can see how it exactly works. I'll show you this later. Just click see. There is another GPT. Okay, this is another GPT actually. So, but here you can't ask a love letter, to your girlfriend or a poet, no poetry, to your boyfriend. Won't work because this is dedicatedly designed for BIM people. BIMera, it is our company and GPT. Okay, and this is Team GPT. I mean, if Abhilash asked something, Amit can see that. If Amit texted something, Anas can see that. So you guys can see the others' history. Understand? So this is actually developed. This is another one, and this is a paid one actually. But for our students, during the training, you will get the access. But once you cross the limits, automatically it get blocked. Okay, and it'll ask you to purchase. Well, so by playing with those kind of AI tools, instead of developing one script, you can write three, four scripts because you have to put a logic. Since you're not from the coding background, getting logic is very tough. Even for me, till now, I'll struggle to get the logic. Even though developed a number of add-ins, still, I miss basic things. So what I exactly do? Hmm. Okay. So what if I do? I'll just go with, this AI and I'll ask very clearly. There is a concept called prompt engineering. So I'll cover that, I'll explain that prompt engineering, that theoretical part. I mean, it's not boring. It is around like 30 to 45 minutes. So after that, you will be more confident asking a chat GPT what you exactly need. Understand? Okay. So I think we crossed 4 minutes more. Well, so I wanted to use these tools. So what is a macro? Generally, if I have this, okay, go to the view, understand clearly macros, record a macro. I'm asking this Excel to record what I am exactly doing. Understand? Okay, macro one. So what is this macro one actually? Let's say record or else, formatting. format, something very dummy name. Just click OK. Now you can see that here it is showing a macro is currently running, currently recording, currently recording. Click to stop recording here in the left bottom corner. Okay. Well, so home. Okay. Apply. Bold, italic, underline, have text, and oh no, like this. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Now, if I would like to do the same thing, repeat it again. I'll just stop this. I'll go to view, macros, stop recording, stopped. Okay. So I have something like, you know, Chrome format painter. I have the same thing. Now, if I want to repeat the same thing, view, macros, view macros. Can you please apply the formatting again? Run. Do you see that? So whatever the action it has recorded, you can see you can apply the same things repeated on the same part or the selected part. This is called macro. Okay, to do this, actually we need a sharp develop. We need another tool. Like you can see that even in our Revit also. I think you may not see that. I'll just go to the manage. Um,
Analyze.
no, here it is. Macro manager. Macro manager. Just create a new module. A module in. I just create something like dummy formatting, and then use a C# or VB.NET or Python. For now, I'll just pick Python and click OK. Now, this will open another application within the Revit application. So how we have a Dynamo, we used to have the Sharp develop earlier. Now still we have, and we used to use this Sharp develop earlier to develop some add-ins or to providing any automation solutions. We used to do this. We used to use this. Are you clear? Now we are not using since we have a Dynamo, but earlier the people used to do that. Okay, so this is another application within our Revit application. How many of you know this? I hope no one. Correct?
I know, but how to use, I don't know.
That's different. We'll see later. Okay,
Yeah.
good. You are going to learn this in a level 3 C#. Okay, in the level 3 add-in creation training. Even in level 2, we are not discussing all this micromanagements. Okay, good. So this is a macro panel. Okay, fine. Visual programming, Dynamo and Dynamo Player. If you create any script to protect, there is a process to protect that, and you can convert that into the Dynamo Player script. That's different story. So Dynamo. Now, what are the things that we have to discuss now? Data types and parameters in Dynamo, and dot notation concept for accessing the object properties. Not now. Controlling instance and type parameters. I think I have shown you yesterday. We'll try one more time. So what are the nodes? What are the nodes we supposed to use to get and set the values? Get parameter, value by name. And what is another one? Set parameter by name. Okay. Now, say this. It is expecting an element. Actually, it is expecting an element and this expecting the parameter name. So getting these elements, actually there is a concept that we are going to cover not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, which is called element selection on the 4th day. Okay. So element selection. For now, I would like to play with a single element. If you are trying something, if you are creating a script, don't never try with the multiple elements. Even if it is a multiple elements, don't go beyond the 10 elements because the dynamo make it slow. Okay, because if you are using any loops, so it will take some time for it to get out from that loops. So don't play with the multiple elements until unless you are very very confident. Otherwise you will lose your confidence. Okay, don't do that. So for now, for this part, I'll play with a single object. I'll pick the wall, select this. I will set it to the automatic mode. It means I can't run all the time. I just don't want to click on run again and again and again and again. So I have set to the automatic. What happens if I set it to automatic? If there is any change detected, then it will execute the script by itself. Okay. Now parameter name. So parameter name, when I hold the cursor on that, what it is exactly saying, the name of the parameter whose value you want to obtain first, and in the second line, which is showing the string actually. Guys, Control W to place a note. When you hover the cursor on any input variable, this is a variable and it is an input. So input variable and output variable, we have only one and it's a var. So what is a var? We'll discuss it later. So on every input, when you hover the cursor, um, you have to understand it is trying to help you with the important hints. You don't even consider it generally. But next time when you place any node, hover the cursor on the input variable and then try to understand what it is exactly trying to, convey you. Okay, here there are three hints generally. What is the first hint? First hint, it is description. It has some description in it. So you must read the description before you connect something to this. So here you don't have a description, but it is showing something. I'll explain you. When you hold the cursor on this, there is a description here. The name of the parameter whose value you want to obtain. I think you are good in English. Okay, you can understand what it is trying to, you can read and understand what it is written over there, right? The name of the parameter, the name of the parameter whose value you want to obtain. So you are, it is going to get the value of your connected parameter. Clear? Fine. But how do I connect it? How do you connect it? I don't know how to exactly connect. You understand. You understand clearly this is expecting an element, but you don't know how to connect. And this is saying like, to connect a name, but you don't know. But in the next line, that is showing it's a second hint. So what is the second hint? Control W. Second hint. This is called data type. This is called data type. Okay. So when you hover the cursor on this, it's saying that it's a string. String is a data type, right? Correct?
Yes.
String is a
Yes.
data type. If it is expecting a number, it shows either integer or double. Are you clear? For example, uh, point dot by coordinates. Point dot by coordinates. See, that is expecting when this is we have three different variables: x variable, y variable, and z variable, and these are input variables. So pronounce it very clearly, since you are not a, like, what do you say, modeler. You are trying to become a developer. So you have to talk to the application or to someone as a developer itself. So hover the cursor on the input variable. Here we have three hints. So we have only three hints all the time. We don't have a fourth hint anywhere. When you hover the cursor on this. So that is expecting the x coordinate. But what is the data type? What is the data type there?
Double.
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 Double. Okay, and the default value which is already assigned.
Hmm.
So it is expecting y coordinate, and the value is actually the data type is double, and default value that is 0.
0.
Again, z coordinate double, default value 0. Clear? So if you hover the cursor, what is it? Again, it is showing something. It is showing two hints, showing two hints. Okay. Well, so if you have seen all the three hints, so what is the third hint actually? That is default value. Third hint, it is default value. The third hint, which is like a default value. Description, data type, default value. Guys, are you clear? We don't have any fourth hints. We have, but not on this. Okay.
Rajesh, please can you
Hmm.
get the description data type? I didn't get it. Please.
Please, can you take the, sorry, what?
How we will identify the description or data type?
Hover the cursor on that. Hover the cursor on that. It will see. For most of the nodes, you may not have, the descriptions for input variable. That is what I'm telling you. We have some. Sometimes we may see three hints. Sometimes we may see three. We may see two hints. Sometimes we may see one hint. Sometimes nothing. So these explains the uh, the drawbacks of it, like standards of a person who developed this node. Okay, so when you hover the cursor, maximum if there is a hint, try to understand what it is. So the second one, actually description in the sense it is having a lengthy content, like a sentence. Okay, string means it is a data type. Here, when I hover the cursor on this, it is not a text. It is in dot notation strategy. It is saying Revit dot elements dot element. Revit dot elements dot element. So in this scenario, if you have seen any data type with the dots, consider, let me take a screenshot. I'll open a paint. I'll open this in paint. Control V. Ignore the first. See, where is the last dot? Here. Correct?
Yes.
Correct, no?
Yeah.
Hmm? So ignore everything before the last dots. You no need to bother about what is it. Now, what it is actually expecting, what it
Element.
is actually expecting.
Element.
Element.
Are you clear?
Yeah.
So in the dot notation strategy, if it is showing something, it's like a dot, you don't need to confuse by reading a complicated text. Simple. You have to understand. I mean, you have to see the last one. You have to see the last one. Like, the story, Dronacharya and Arjuna story. So this Dronacharya keep on asking everyone, like, do you see something, anything on the tree? The Arjuna said, I can see only
I.
all I. Correct. So exactly, you have to apply the same strategy when it comes to the dot notation. Sometimes we may see a lot. I'll show you. See, if I want to place a point, let me delete this. So there is no point here. But if I want to write a point, Autodesk dot design script dot geometry dot point dot by coordinates. See how many dots are there by coordinates. Open the bracket, place a point at 1 comma 1 comma 1. Close it. I can see a point here. If I change this to 2 comma 2 comma 2, it will change. So what are this entire thing? Dot dot. There is a dot 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 again. So I want you to delete everything. So what is the last one? Read it. Understand what it is exactly. So when I hold the cursor, this showing it's Revit dot elements dot element. Okay, it is an element. That's it. Read simply last one. So val element. So this is again, is that description or data type?
Data type.
Is that a description or a data type?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Data type.
See, don't
Data
get
element.
panic. Don't get panic. See, these are data types actually. Okay. So this is element specific data type. Okay. So parameter name string, primitive data type, value here, it is not even saying what it is actually expecting. VAR in the sense, it means it varies. So it depends upon the element and depends upon the parameter name, the value keep on changing. So I can't say anything. So it is completely, hands up. So it's not even in its hand as well. So VAR in the sense, it may vary. VARIS varies. Okay, fine. So if I want to get any value, what I what I what I wish to get here, when I select this, okay, I want to get this location line. So to place, I mean, if it is expecting any node which is expecting parameter name, then no second thought, place the string node directly. Place the string node directly. Okay. So when I hover the cursor, it is expecting string. So I placed a string. Here earlier it was expecting the pointer by coordinates. It was expecting like a double. So if it is expecting double, what to do? Number node. Okay. So I'll type location line. So I just connect that. And that's showing 0. How come it is a 0? Here it is showing it's like a wall center line. But how come it is 0? What if I change this to the core center line? It's changing the value to 1. So decide it is an integer controlled parameter. Okay. Let me change this to the base constraint. Base constraint. Read every property what we are exactly getting here. It is written as a level 3, simple level 3, but base constraint. So in this dynamo, which is actually showing name equal to level 3 and elevation equal to 7.299999 something and ID as well. One element ID as well. So there are some unnecessary stuff it has in it, which I don't want. Clear? Okay, fine. What about base offset? What is base offset? It's 0. Okay. So what is top constraint? I think you tried all this, correct? Everyone, you tried all these, right?
Yeah.
Architecture guy, pick. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so what is a room bounding? So what it's supposed to say? True or false? Or what?
Yeah, Boolean, you know.
Room bounding, room bounding.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Come on.
Booleans.
Boolean.
Boolean, huh? It's showing 1. It is not showing like a true or false. It is showing it's a Boolean. Okay, there is simple, I'm not able to understand all this, Rajesh. What is the parameters and everything? So we have a technique. Okay, so we will be using a concept called dot notation. We're using a concept called dot notation. So what is this dot notation? Try to understand clearly. So to play with the dot notation concept, we have two things in this concept, in this part. First one is object, second one is subject. No need to write anywhere. Okay, just listen to this simple. So object and the subject. So for in my case, the object is me, like a person, and the subject is actually my details, like what is my name, subject, and what is my location, what is my salary, what is my height, and all this. So, how do I write in a coding term all this? In a coding, how do I write this? Okay, so Control W, by adding a dot between these two things. I know a person. Dot. Can you please get the name of this person? Person dot name. I know a person. Can you please get me the location of a person? I know a person. Can you please get the salary of a person? So tell me how to get the height. How to get
Person
the
dot
height?
height.
Person height.
Person
Not
dot
height. Height.
height. Now, what if instead of person, if it is an element, element dot name, element dot location, element doesn't have salary, element dot ID, element dot location and start point or clashes is clash, or there are a number of. So element dot name. So instead of person, element dot name, element dot location, element dot location, element dot ID, element dot ID, element dot is clash, element dot is clash, is clash. Okay, so what it is exactly doing? So it is trying to extract some information, or else if I want to duplicate an element, then what to do? If I want to duplicate an element, then come on, come on. I want to duplicate an element.
Element dot copy.
And that
Element
Element
dot duplicate.
dot duplicate. If I want to move an element,
element dot move.
Element dot move.
if I want to copy an element,
Element dot copy.
are you clear? So on the right hand side, it is actually set of action, what it is doing. So sometimes what happen if you can't find, you have to use get. Can you please get the name of an element? Element dot get name. Element dot. If I want to change a location, can you please set location and get ID is clashing with an element, or element dot duplicate, element dot move, element dot copy, all this. So for this, I think it's not sense if I use get or set before and after move or copy or duplicate. Okay, it's a bad sentence. Bad. So I'm not using. Uh, is it clear? Guys, are you clear with this concept? Is it
Yes.
clear?
Clear.
Okay, if I want
Yes.
to get the parameters of it, then
Just one more thing, element, any array also will be there? Element dot array
you
or
can do that. You can do that.
okay.
Element dot parameters. So let me try all this. Let me try all this. Okay. So Control F. I'm using my own uh, Bimera extension to find a node. So there is a lot of difference between this library and this extension. Okay. So element dot, if I simply type element dot, these are the actions we have to play with. So these are the nodes I can directly play with an element. Just imagine you can play with all this directly. Understand? Element dot name. Element dot name. This one. So I found element dot name. Element dot location. element dot location. I can try this. Okay. So element dot location curve. Even this is also fine, or this is also fine. Okay. If I couldn't find this, as I said, set location or get location, I can try that. Like element dot get location. See, I have element dot get location. I think someone has to be muted. Who is that? No one. Okay. So element dot get location. If you can't find, see, you guys are actually give up if you can't find a particular node. There is there is no concept called give up in in Dynamo, because if you can't find a node, you will definitely find an alternative node. I'll show you how many nodes are there for this location. Element dot location. See, element dot location. So this one. Even this will give you the location. Even this will give you the location information. Even this will give you the location information. Even this one will give you the location information. And even this one will give you, no, uh, not this element. Ah, so this is element set location as explained before. This is again. This is again. You can change the Z offset and add the Z offset, or you can change the Z offset. You can remove the Z offset as well. Get. See, there are a number of. I think this is the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. See how many nodes are there. Elements dot location. See, if one node isn't working, you don't need to give up, completely. You can try, keep on trying multiple element dot location curve. Yeah, this is already placed. Guys, are you clear what I'm exactly doing? Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Guys, are you clear? Everyone.
Yes, yes.
This is another element dot set location. This is another one. Okay. So to play with, you can find an n number of. You can find n number of. So if you can't find a node for one, you can try all this to find all this. See, n number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect any element to this. Whatever the result that you see here, you see the same result in all the nodes. You try once. Okay, connect it up and check how it is exactly showing. Okay, or else select any element and see which is giving you start point and end point. Connect this. See, it will give you the same result. The same result. Even you will get the same result here. See, line start point and end point. If I connect this to this, same result. So you no need to worry. See, line start point and end point. So when I connect this to this element dot, it is set location, huh? So link element dot, this is location. Why it is not accepting? This is expecting link element. Object is actually linked element, but we have connected line model element. Do you understand, guys? Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand? Okay. Now,
Yeah.
how to play with the parameters? Now, I want to understand this is just a proof of concept. Okay. Now, element dot parameters. Try to understand. This is very, very important to understand what is the storage type of parameter. Okay. parameter, element dot parameters. Yeah, geometry. This is geometry. Idiot. Don't know. Is this session recording? Recording. Thank God. Element dot parameters. Element dot parameters. Okay. Who is this? Okay. So element dot parameters. From where should I connect this? From where should I connect? From here or from here? From where should I connect?
From set model element.
From select model element connected, and that's showing like total. There are 37 parameters. There are total 37 parameters. Okay, fine. Now I want to continue further. So what is in the output part? What is in the output part? Parameter. Parameter. See, you have to remember this, guys. If I connect an element and if I connect the parameter name, if I just exactly connected what it is expecting, then what is the result? So result actually it is a 1, and based on the color you have to decide what it is actually. The numbers, it means either integer or double will be in blue color. Remember, will be in blue color. And text, you mean like text in the sense string, will be in brown color. Okay, so null values will be in yellow color. Okay, so you mostly say this. Okay, I mean, if it is an element ID, what we are going to discuss today. So element IDs will be in what was that? In which color it is? The green color background. Yeah, with green color background. Like we generally call it as a highlighter, green color background and black text. I mean, which is a number in green color background. Is this clear? Guys, are you clear? So you have to remember this. Okay, if you have seen something which is, what is the data type of this? Number. I mean, it is an integer. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
There are no different colors in the data types. If there are any, not for now, I'm going to explain in coming sessions. Okay. Now, what is okay? So here it is integer. Now, if I connect an element, it is giving me the parameter. So why should I know this? So if you want to proceed further, you have to type whatever you have here, you have to type it in the library. So what is there in the output part? Parameter. So I have to start searching with the parameter and put a dot next to it. Then it will give you the number of nodes. Parameter dot name. Okay. So there are two parts in this. There are two parts. How I'm exactly splitting with a column. So where there is a column, I'm splitting over there. So the left hand part will call as a parameter name p name, and parameter value. So I'm asking, I have a parameter. Can you please separate the name of it? Connect this to this. Do you see the names? And in which color they are?
Brown.
Brown in the sense?
String.
Strings. They are in string format. Okay, good. So even you can see that output which is showing like a string. Guys, clear? Okay, now I want to get the value, the parameter values. How do I do that?
Again, parameter dot value.
Parameter
Parameter
dot
dot.
value.
Element dot parameter.
Are you sure? Let me try. Do we have somewhere here?
Dot.
Parameter dot value. Array, we don't have here, no? We don't have parameter dot value here.
Get
What to do
parameter.
now?
Number.
Huh? Parameter dot. Actually, we know there is a thing called parameter dot value, but I can't see that in this result. Then what to do? Type it here.
Number.
Type it here. Parameter dot v. Find out again. Is there anything with the v? Nothing. A. Nothing. L. Nothing. U. E. Parameter dot value. Can you see this? I found. So you have to keep an an eye on every node which is loading over there. Only in the early stage. Okay, no need to be till the end of the training. Until unless you're confident on these concepts, you have to be very, very clean. Okay. Well, so from where should I connect the input? Come on, tell me.
Element dot
Because
parameter.
this is expecting parameters. Can I connect this to this?
No,
Yes.
element dot parameter.
No.
Why? It is
Yes.
expecting parameter. No, I'm connecting the parameter names.
Element
So
dot
that is-
parameter. Element output of element dot parameter.
Why? Why?
Because
I need a very detailed explanation here. Because even I'm going to explain you why it has to be. Come on.
This is how do we have to select the element
because
parameters? In the element parameters, we are taking that values for this particular
Mhm.
particular
So
name.
can I connect this to this or not?
No,
Tell me,
no,
Asafu.
no.
Yes,
No.
yes.
no.
How many
No,
of you
you
say
can't.
yes?
No, you can't. You're
Please text in the
filtering,
chat box. Please
you're
text in the chat
filtering that
box.
element parameter.
So all the parameters are not string, na? So no need to connect the parameters.
Most of them are saying yes. Okay, one no. No. Value has to be in integer. Uh-huh. Okay.
That
No,
should be
no.
another command.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Now, let me give you an answer. What if I connect this to this? What if I connect this to this? Guys, be here. When I connect this to this, it's going to give you a warning. Okay, try to understand this warning. You will come to know why this warning have come. Okay, so when I hover the cursor on this, parameter dot value expects argument types. Argument types. Parameter dot value expects argument type. What is that argument type? As I explained yesterday, control V. So parameter dot value. So this is the node name actually. Okay, expecting current format. Okay, expecting argument in the sense input. Okay, input. So that is actually expecting Revit dot elements dot parameter. Revit dot elements dot parameter. But I have connected with a string. I connected with a string. So it won't work. Okay, are you clear? So let me minimize this. Now, how should I connect? Okay, this is string, that's fine. And when I hover the cursor on this, it is clearly showing that you must have to connect a Revit dot elements dot parameter. How do you come to know which is exactly dot Revit dot elements dot parameter? So here you have a secret friend who is going to help you. He's going to find out the hidden treasure. I mean, what it is exactly there. So the node is called object dot type. Object dot type. See, this guy is going to help you in very, very critical cases. So be friendly with him. I mean, if you start writing any script, if you start creating any script, place this node, as default. So you just keep it away, simple. Okay, I don't want you to use it, but place it and keep it aside. So whenever you need, you can pull and you can use it. Okay, like what it is exactly going to do. When I connect the strings to this, it's saying that every value you have here, it is in string format. It is in string format. They all are like a strings. Okay, I'll just connect the parameters to parameter. So what it is showing you now, Revit dot elements dot parameter. That is what this is expecting. Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
Guys, are you clear here? Is this concept clear? This is expecting Revit dot elements dot parameter. And I'm having number of Revit dot elements dot parameters. So can I connect this to this directly?
Yes.
Is this
Yes.
concept clear, everyone?
Yes.
Is this concept clear? Huh?
Hmm.
Is this concept clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Should I connect this to here?
Yes.
No.
Think twice before you answer. Even this is also giving you Revit.elements.parameter. Even this is also giving you the result Revit.elements.parameter. I didn't show you the result yet. From where should I connect? From here or from here?
From element dot
Element dot
parameters.
parameters. We should.
My answer is object.type. How many of you agree with me? My answer is object.type. How many of you with me? Tell me.
No, I don't agree.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
No.
In the second session itself, you're opposing me. Huh? Good.
Because that is the string is the output.
Output.
Yeah.
So no one are with me? I'm alone now. Okay, cool. You're right. Okay. So we have to connect from here itself because read what it is exactly expecting. This is expecting the parameter. This is expecting parameter. So you have to connect the parameter itself, not a string. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear? If I connect the string to
clear.
this, what happened? It will tell you the same thing. Are Baba, I'm expecting a parameter, but you have connected me a string. So connect the parameter to parameter. I'll show you some other, example as well to make you understand clearly. Categories. Categories. Element classes. All elements of class. So what I do, I'll pick the ducts here and connect this to this. I'll pick the duct here and I'll connect this to this. So what it is exactly showing, this is expecting the category and you are connecting a category to it. So will these two match and work? Huh?
Yes.
Category to category. This expecting the class and I'm connecting the class only. Will these two work?
Yes.
So I can see there are 724 ducts. I can see the same 724 ducts even in the both cases. So this is a set of nodes and this is another set of nodes. Both are working. But what if when I connect the classes to the category, it won't work. If I connect the category to the class, I know this set of nodes will work, but you have to connect in a correct way. If this is expecting the class, you have to connect a class itself, not the category. What it is exactly saying, Aribaba, I'm expecting category, but you have connected a something type to me. So connect this, connect this.
Excuse me.
Is this clear? Is this clear?
1 second.
So, yeah.
What is classes?
I'll explain you later. Actually,
Okay,
a class is nothing but like a type
Okay.
element type. Okay. So this is the general term If you are using outdated versions of Dynamo, you may not have this element classes. You will have element types and all elements of type. Okay?
Okay.
Clear? So I'll explain you in the which session is it? Element selection. Don't worry. Okay, we are going to
Okay.
write n number of conditions. If you don't want all the 724 ducks, you need only the ducks which are in the level 1. How to filter? You need only the ducks which are in the level 1, but with a 400 into 500. Okay, so you need only the ducts which are in the roof level, which are not connected to any system type. Or else you need all the ducts which are in the third level, the airflow, which are the airflow rate, which is 0. So no duct should be with a 0 airflow. It must be there. So what are the 0? So you are writing a number of conditions. If you know how to write a conditions, you are a pro completely. So writing multiple conditions. First condition, clear. Second condition, clear. Third condition, writing n number of conditions makes you more strong in the coding, and it is super simple. Trust me. Okay. So good. So parameter dot value. So I have connected here. Okay. Now I want to know the storage type of a parameter. How? How? Storage type of a parameter.
Parameter dot storage.
Parameter dot storage type. Simple, no? Parameter dot storage type. So storage type is nothing but what it is? What is the storage type? Data type, bro. Data type.
No, why is it?
Data type. Okay. So from parameter to parameter. So now try to understand. Now try to understand. Okay. I'm going to match all this. So today you have to practice like this. So yesterday you struggled, but today this is another strength of finding. Okay. So how do you exactly? So area, which is 124 square meter. So square meter is a unit. So 124 actually it is, the real number is this, not 124. So 124.1810 something. And that is double. Okay. Level 3, it looks like a text. Base constraint, it looks like a text, but actually it is a element ID. If you have seen any number with a green color background, that's called element ID. See, storage type is an element ID. We didn't discuss it. So we are going to start it in next 5 minutes. What is an element ID? Okay. So base extension 0, 0 and double. Okay. Base is attached, which is no integer 0, and it is an integer format. Actually, what is a no? What is a no data type? Boolean, no?
Boolean.
It's
Boolean.
supposed to
Boolean.
show it as a Boolean, but why it is showing it as an integer?
Showing it is 1 or 2, 1 or 0.
Correct. Because the Booleans will not show it as a Boolean. You won't see any Boolean things here. You cannot see that it is a Boolean. Boolean will be read it as an integer. Booleans will be read as an integer. Okay. 0, 1, something like, okay. So category was, and it is an element ID. And comments, basic all, and it is a string. Okay. So cross section vertical, cross section 1. Here it shows it's a vertical. Here it is
Sir,
1.
why, sir, why category 1 is not showing string?
There is a different logic for that. I'll explain you later. Actually, we have two type of parameters. One is instance and second one is a type. Okay. For that reason, those element IDs will sometimes listed as twice. Okay. So there is another scientific reason. I mean technical reason. I'll explain you later. Not now. Not in the day 2 session. Okay. Clear? So there are a few more again, which exactly listed twice in some other elements. We'll see that later. See, we have two design options. We have two design options. We have two categories. There is another reason. I'll explain you later. Okay. Now, category involves element ID. Now, cross section. The cross section, which is vertical, actually vertical in the sense it looks like a text, but it is an integer. It means it is an integer controlled parameter. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah,
Guys, are
clear.
you clear? Are you clear here?
Yes.
Tell me.
0, 1, it was showing double and another it was integer, right? So it is integer, right? 0 is.
0 and 1, it is an integer.
But it was showing double, right? The second option, 0.
Second option. This one, base extension
Yes,
distance.
yes.
No, actually, I'll tell you the reason why it is showing it's a double. I mean, this parameter can accept the decimal values also. For now, the value is 0. For now, the value is 0. So
Zero.
whatever you're seeing, don't consider on the current result. I mean, on the current value.
Okay,
It
so
will
we have
accept multiple, I mean, the decimal values as well. Are you clear? Are you clear? Okay.
Yes.
So nice question. So design option, design option -1, design option -1, -1, element ID. So there is another design option, main model, design option, text, main model, and it is a string. So why we have two design options, and why that is -1, and why that is main model and element ID in string? I'll explain you this in the coming sessions, not now. Okay. Well, scroll down. Okay, export to IFC by type, that is 0. It means it is an integer controlled parameter. It looks like, the text, but it is an integer. Guys, are you clear here? Are you clear here? Everyone,
Yeah,
Yes,
clear.
yes.
are you clear here?
Yes.
So
Yes.
scroll down.
Yeah.
Initially, you need some patience, bro, to understand. Once you started understanding the things, you will never sit on this kind of things like, as like a new guy. Okay. So initially, there is no other option. You have to sit and understand one by one why this is like a kid. Why this is, you have to do the research as a kid itself. So length 19th. Oh, not this. So length 19th. So it is 41. Actually, it is not a 41. It is not a 41. It is 40.81 itself. It is rounding off here. Okay. So 19th value, it is double. Good. Mark value, there is nothing. Here, it shows it is null. It means it doesn't have anything, but it is actually a string. Guys, are you clear? Mark value can accept a text or numbers as well. Correct? No? Gia, mute. Okay. Is it clear? So mark will be actually a string data type. Since it doesn't have anything, that is the reason which is showing null. Okay. So
Yeah, null comes under 0.
0.
Okay.
Okay. Null won't comes under 0. Null is a different data type. Null is a different data type. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So I hope you're clear with this. So keep on try to understand each and every storage type here. Okay, or else there is another way to read the parameter type without using this, without using the dynamo. If you don't want to use the dynamo to find out the storage type, when I hover the cursor, if I just pick a wall, when I hover the cursor on this, what is it saying? What is it saying? Hover location line. So built-in parameter, drop down list. Correct? Built-in parameter, drop down list. If it is a integer or double, built-in parameter length. Length is a double data type, right?
Double.
Okay. So base constraint, it is drop down list. It is drop down list. So top constraint, drop down list. Top offset, length. So it is a double.
Length.
Mark, it is a text.
Text.
It
String.
is text. Comments, text again. String
Text.
parameter. String storage type, right?
String.
So
Yes.
volume generally in
The double.
a double.
Double.
Double. Very good. Structural,
Boolean.
Boolean.
Yes or no?
what it is showing over there?
Yes or no?
What do you mean by that? It's a Boolean.
Integer.
Boolean.
Correct. No, it is showing yes or no.
Integer.
Structural usage,
Yes, text.
drop down list. So here you will be able to play with all the set of all the set of parameters which is showing as a text and a integer or a double or a Boolean. Correct? You can play with. Am I right?
Yeah, sorry, Rajesh.
Hmm.
Structural usage
Huh.
comes under
Drop down list. It is showing drop down list,
drop down list.
but it is actually read only. Correct? You can't control that.
Okay.
You cannot control that, but you can control it. I'll show you. I'll explain you.
Yeah,
Okay.
all inbuilt parameters are drop down list.
No, not inbuilt parameters.
Yeah.
It is, see, next to the built-in parameter. Even mark is also built-in parameter. You didn't create this, correct? If you
Yeah, we
create
not
your, for example, if I create a parameter, project parameters, if I just create a dummy parameter, saying, p underscore param1, which is actually under common, and it is actually, see, we have a text in the sense string, integer in the sense without decimal value, and with decimal value we don't have a double, but we have a number here. Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you
Yes,
see
yes.
that?
Yes.
Huh? So if I create a b string and I set this value as a text, data type as a text. Data type, it's clearly showing it's a data type. Okay, and I set it under ident data. Check all for all the elements. Click OK. Create another one. B hyphen integer. Then data type, set it as an integer. Under identity data, check everything. Then create another one. B underscore double. Okay, so common, and that is actually a number. Under ident data, that is an instance. Check call OK. Now if I just click OK, then those three parameters will be added. Is that showing you as a 4? Just wait a minute. What is it saying? It is not saying built-in parameter. It is saying it's a project parameter. Are you clear? So built-in parameters in the sense they are predefined. You didn't create a mark parameter. You didn't create a string what is that? Comments parameter, nothing. But when I pick any wall,
So,
I say,
this as per the parameter value, we can't define it is double or integer. As per the parameter name, we want to be identified, right? So it have some
we
standard. For example, length have anyhow it will have decimal also, and also there is no decimal also. Area same like
exactly. Let me.
we
That
can
is what
consider
I'm showing
double.
you. Yeah, that is what I'm showing you. 123.456. It is accepting 123.456. Clear? What if I type same 123.456? It is asking, can you please enter an integer?
Integer.
The value you entered, it is not an integer. What if I just simply enter 123.456? It will accept that. Okay. Now, what if I type 123.456 So it looks like an integer, but actually it is a
Double.
double parameter type. It means it can store something in it. It can store a double, I mean, it can store the decimal values as well. Okay. Well, string in the sense, bimera. Okay, it is accepting. Even I can store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this. I can store 1, 2, 3.456 as well. I can store bimera hyphen 1, 2, 3.456. This characters as well. Guys, are it clear?
Yes.
So when I pick this,
Yes.
okay, so this is accepted. Now, when I hold the cursor on this, it is saying it's like a project parameter. Design option is a built-in parameter. Now, you have to understand next to the built-in parameter, if it is showing text or integer or double or a boolean, I mean yes or no, you can handle those parameters like that. But if it is showing it's like a drop-down list, you have to think thrice, not twice even. Think thrice. Either it can be a string, this can be a string because it is showing it's like a drop-down list. It can be a string, it can be an integer control parameter, it can be a element ID. Are you clear? Guys, are you clear? We have next 30 minutes to explain you what is an element ID is. Chalo, shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we? We have 40
Yeah,
minutes.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Please accept if there is any extension for 5 to 10 more minutes. Okay. Clear? Clear
Rajesh,
now?
yes, in the wall there will be 4 IDs, I think, because the wall has a surface also, no? So how do we define that surface if the wall is having surfaces and all that?
This shows wall has a surface.
Surface area, right? So we can paint that wall. So
The wall has a surface
that is
area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And if I have to catch another backside area, will that be another ID for that?
Where is another area?
No, there is no area. No, I'm asking facing, like this will be a front face and back will be another face. So that will be another ID, or this will be a same wall ID.
No, I didn't get you actually.
No, he's asking this is only one element only. Because in one element, because both side wall we can be place any elements. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
In that
Actually,
wall,
no,
front
no.
and the rear
We
means
have
two
multiple
elements will be
IDs.
the
We have
one
multiple
is-
IDs. I'll explain you in coming sessions, Samir. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
So we have multiple IDs. The concept is something different than the current one. Okay. We are not discussing about the IDs or something. Element IDs are something different. I'll explain you. Okay. So when I just pick, so location line, these are parameter IDs anyways. Okay. So this is saying it's like drop down list and it is showing it's a drop down list. So drop down list, you just have to try set parameter by name. Now we are going to play with where there is an element ID. Where there is an element ID. Which parameter is an element ID? Base constraint. Correct? Base constraint. Right? So I pick the element. And base constraint. So parameter name is base constraint. So I'll write in a string, which is base constraint. Connect this to this, and the value, Okay. So what it is actually level 3. So try with something else, but here it is showing it's an element ID clearly. So it is not at all string, and it is not even integer as well. So it is not even an integer control. So what is this element ID? Generally, Try to get this. Try to get this. Base constraint.
chair எடுத்துக்கோமா ஒரு மஞ்சள் கலர் மஞ்சள் கலர் அப்பா இருக்கும் எங்க
Can you please mute, bro? You guys are not muting back. Okay, minimize this. So whatever it is showing here, and then another one, object dot type. Object dot type. So when I connect this to this, that is showing it's like Revit dot elements dot level. Okay, try to keep these two inputs as a reference. As a reference, guys, try to understand we are playing with the element ID parameter, so you have to be very careful. Element ID parameters, they're not simple. I mean, when it comes to the geometry, when it comes to the elements, you are going to mostly play with an element ID parameters itself. Okay, so listen to this, and if you don't understand, we'll continue the same topic tomorrow as well. Okay, so I want you to understand this element ID concept very clear. Okay, until unless you understand, keep harassing me till you understand. Okay, there's nothing wrong. No one will, look at like, different way why this guy is harassing. Like, not like, understand, you're paying, so I respect that. So listen to me clearly. If you're chit chatting with your girlfriend and asking me again and again, doesn't make sense. Okay, so please be here and listen to this concept. Especially if it is very important concept, I will stretch you. Please be here, please be here, please, be here. Okay, so base constraint actually, which is an element ID, and what are the other parameters we have? It's a base constraint. So I type the base constraint here. Base constraint, exactly the same one. Now, do you see, either you can see that here, what is in the end of it? What is in the end?
Level.
Level, correct? So you must have a drop down node for this level. You definitely have a drop down node for this level. So try to find how. Type levels. Level. Select a level from the document. So levels, you can pick the level here. You can pick a level here. So why this has to be here exactly? If I pick a level 1 and if I use an object or type, it is Revit.elements.level. Guys, are you clear? What is this actually returning? Revit.elements.level. If you want to play with this base constraint, you have to connect Revit.elements.level. If I check this with this node, it is giving me Revit.elements.level. Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Are you clear?
Yes.
Is this concept clear? It is somehow tricky, but try to understand. Try to understand. Guys, my first process is extracted the base constraint parameter and I got the value. I got the value successfully. I want to read the data type of it to set some value to it. So I got the value and I read that is actually Revit.elements.level. That is actually Revit.elements.level. So I have to connect Revit.elements.level to this. So what I exactly done, I have checked the number of nodes and I found luckily Revit.elements.level. So I can directly connect this to, what is the base constraint? It is level 3. So I'll set the base constraint to level 2 and connect this to this. It's set. It is set. So the base constraint which is set to the level 2. Okay. What if I change this base constraint to level 1? which is changing. Do you see that? Base constant, which is changed to the level 1. Here. Guys, are you clear? Is everyone
No.
clear? Guys, is
I
everyone
have
clear?
doubt.
Yes.
Sir, is it changing the
I have
node
doubt.
results, past node results?
If it
See,
is changing the level means the level of wall also changing in the model.
it's changing in the model. Try to understand. If I change this to the level 3, see, do you see that? So cocenter line level 3 is 0 at level. And whenever I change this to the level 2, it's changing. Do you see that? Guys, do you see that? It is changing to the level 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
Huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
is that previous element gate element gate node is also changing the level to level 2 past node, previous node,
Repeat node in the sense it is changing, no?
the dynamo?
It is changing. It is changing to the level
No,
2.
before that level, the node that we previously added, get parameter value.
That one, okay. The previous one, which is
Previous
changing to the. This is not changing. It still shows
Why,
like
why
level
it is
3.
not changing?
Disconnect and reconnect this. Now it is changing. The reason it needs a refresh. It needs a refresh. Generally, these nodes need a refresh. Understand? So we don't have a refresh button anywhere in the Dynamo. So to refresh it, you have to disconnect the connections and reconnect it.
But what
Yeah.
about it is running continuously, na? Manual running is not there, no?
No, we don't have. So we generally have to accept few things. I'm not a developer of Dynamo, so whatever it is, I'm going to explain. Okay. So these amendments have to be done by a Autodesk developer, Dan developer. Okay. So for now, until unless the refresh button have come, we have to accept this. Clear?
Yes.
Clear no? Okay. Now.
Yes,
We
yes.
So
press
this is
F5
actually.
also, it will not change.
Yeah.
We need to separately.
We have to. Yes. What is another data type? What is another parameter? Eighth one, it is walls. We can't change it. Keep it as it is. So not this. 12th one. 12th one. Design option. I think we don't have a design options, no? So try. If it is having like a design option, check what is the design option. D. Design option. -1. Okay. And like how we have a levels, design options. I can pick a design options. So we have only one design option itself. So if I want to play with the design option, I can set this design option directly to this. Are you clear? Since it is already, the parameter is read only. Why? Because the design option is not at active. Correct? The design options is not an active. That is the reason which is shown, which is which is not active. Okay, so design option. So what is another data type? I mean, what is another one? 16th parameter. Family. You can't change this. 21. 21. IFC GUID. You can't change this. GUID is element ID and GUID you cannot change.
22.
So 20. Sorry?
22.
22 it is double. No, 21. 21 it is none. 21 it is image. Okay. So 22, 23, 25 it is an element ID. 25 it is an element ID. 25 phase created. Let's try this. So phase created. I just
Is
check.
double we cannot change?
Double you can change, no? Double you can change. Length. You can change that. Okay. So phases. The 25th one. The 25th one is a phase. So what is the parameter? Phase created. Phase created. Okay. So that is showing it's an unknown element. Okay. So design options. And for phases, PHSC phase. Select an existing Revit phase from the active document. Pick the right one. So I have two phases. I'll just pick existing. Control Z, Control V. Connect this. It works. Are you clear? Guys, are you clear?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
will not
clear.
accept any other set apart from this. Is it clear?
Yes.
Guys, is this clear?
Yeah, clear.
Are you clear? Okay. What if you don't have a straight away nodes? You don't have a levels node. You don't have a design options drop down node. And you don't have a select phase drop down nodes. So you have to find if you're playing with any parameter, if you're playing with a phase parameter, and this is actually a drop down list. So if you have, if it is showing it's like a drop down list, you can maximum try to get the drop down nodes. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear?
Yeah, clear.
Clear,
Is
but
it, is this concept clear? For every element ID, there must be a drop down node. A node with a drop down list. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this clear, everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
What if you don't have? Then what to do? If you don't have this levels node, you don't have the design options node, you don't have the select phase node, then what to do? Come on. Then
Can we type value directly?
there is another option. This is called traditional concept. The one I have shown you, this is a shortcut method. This is actually a shortcut process where if I don't want you to struggle, I want you to enjoy the existing nodes. But what if you can't find? Then we use element class, element classes, and whatever you see here. Initially, you have seen something like, what is the parameter name? Base constraint. Base constraint. It is level. It's a level. So type level here. You will get that. And you will get the design option. Design option. And you will get the phase. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear?
Yeah. Is a type.
Yes.
So whichever we want, select this.
This is, if you can't find
How
any
to
drop
select
down
it?
node, then you have to follow this. Level 2. So that is actually levels. That is actually a level. Clear, no? Is this clear, everyone?
I have a doubt.
How to connect that?
Tell me.
How to connect that means it's showing only level. If I want to change to level 2,
that's what
how to connect that?
I'll come to that later. Okay. So we have a level and we have a design option. We have a phase as well. So this is very simple since it is having like a drop down and you can pick level 2 or level 3 or level 1 or anything. And here it's a straight away node. I mean, there's an option set 2, set 400, set 500. You can choose. You can pick from the drop down list. Even you can pick what it is exactly new construction or an existing. But we don't have such options here. How do you do that? So all elements of class connecting node. When I connect this to this, it's going to show you the same 4 levels here. Clear? Clear?
Yeah.
Clear now? So copy and paste again. Copy and paste again. So design option. You have two actually. Oh, you have only one. Huh? You have only one design option. Okay. Control V. So I have element. I have two faces, which is showing me two faces. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear
Yes,
here?
Yeah.
See, playing with the primitive data types, even your kids also can do that. You must know how to play with the element ID parameter type. So play with it. Okay. So today's task is you are going to exactly, I've shown you yesterday.
Rajesh, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Faith,
Yeah, tell me.
please go to that Dynamo.
Check move this. Again, you will have to do the same thing with this. Okay, so element ID parameters. So you have to implement the same thing in your, anyways, I'm going to share you the scripts with you. Okay, so try this. Pick any element, any your close element, like whatever element that you want to play with, connect that and note down every element ID parameter. Every element ID parameter. Okay, what it is exactly. Play with this. So first, you have to get this. This is for select an element. Second step. First step is pick an element. Then this is third one. This will be fifth step actually. Okay. So this is going to be like a fourth step. Finding first question. I mean, you just have to try whether do you have any, the default nodes, the default drop down nodes. In case if not, this is fourth step, second version. Guys, are you clear? Guys, are you clear? Is everyone
Yes.
clear? Is everyone clear here? Okay. So first, try to understand what is that particular parameter type? Okay. So what is the particular parameter type? And get it here. And then, if you feel that this is, bit confusing, you can try in another way. Parameter dot storage type, parameter dot value, parameter dot name. parameter dot name. You can connect this. If you want, if you know the number, Control U. Continuation of this param of a number. Okay, so connect the parameter and tell that number exactly. So if you have seen this element ID, so if it is a first one, then type 1 here. You will get the direct parameter name in this. So you will get the list. Is this clear? Guys, is this clear? Is this simple? You just enter that element ID index number. Got it? So 8th. If you want to play with that 8th index number, then type 8. Are you clear here? Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, clear.
What it is actually doing from that particular list, I mean, this can be anything, even it can be your name as well. Like Prashant, I'll type Prashant here. I'll take Prashant. Okay, so from parameter name, from where it is actually picking, see, it's working. So this is just like a dummy name. It is a dummy name. You can write whatever you want. Okay, so try this parameter name, and you can use the same here as well. And to play with. Okay, you can delete this. Fifth step. Guys, are you clear to understand? This is the third step actually. It's a third step. So try to understand. So the ninth one is also an element ID. Ninth one, what is exactly returning? Category. So try to find in the element classes, can you find the category or not? And 12th one, what is the 12th one? What is the 12th one? Design option. So you will get type 12 here. So it's a string design option. So type design option here. Guys, clear everyone? Is this clear everyone?
Clear.
Guys, is this clear? So you have to understand what are the element ID types you have. Note it down. So maximum if you're playing with some, check, do you have the drop down node or not? Or else, I mean, if you're finding something, if you're facing some sort of an issues, finding some particular value, I mean, the particular category in the element classes, then note it down somewhere in this. Here. So element category, which element that you picked. If you pick a duct or a wall or a tree, whatever it is, write down the category. And what is the variable name? It is element ID parameter name. So which parameter is an element ID? Write down that. Is that an element ID or integer control parameter? And then what is an actual data type? And what is your answer? Write it down like that. Is this clear? And the next one, element category, is that what is an element ID variable name? And can you found it on the element classes or not? And then what is an exact option? Are you clear? Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that again?
Yes.
Please.
See, this is actually, this is in the previous scenario, first one. I mean, if you have seen any drop-down node, pick any element, variable name, write down the variable name and cross-check, not this process. If you have seen if you pick an element, so how it exactly looks like? And you can see that actually it is a drop-down list. So when I hold the cursor on this, it is saying it's a drop-down list. Drop-down list in the sense, it is not at all a string. Correct? It looks like a string, but whenever you hover the cursor and read it, it has a drop down list. Either it can be an element ID or it can be a integer controlled parameter. Am I right?
Yes.
Correct. So mention that here. So what are the parameter? So what is the parameter? And is that an element ID or integer control parameter? What is actual data type? And what was your answer? Genuinely. Okay, this is the first task. And second task is this one. Second is this one. So what is that? Whatever which is showing is like an element ID. Write down those, take a printout and write down on a paper. Write down on the paper. Like, yeah, category is an element ID parameter. And 12th one, design option is a element ID parameter. Because for your understanding, you have to remember all this. Because most of the time we waste playing with the data with element IDs only. So even I generally don't suggest you this fourth step at all. I mean fourth step first version, because this is a shortcut process. I generally suggest you to go with this. Okay, fine. It is showing me two options. First one, it was like level no. How do I pick level 3? If I want to set a level 3 to this, how can I? If I directly connect this to this, it is going to set all the 4 values. But I want to select only the level 3. Then
To take
Then-
the list. No.
huh?
To take,
Number.
List.
We just played with it.
In code block, we can write the
Very good. In
variable
code
with
block,
bracket.
so make
with
this as a
bracket.
habit list in the brackets. These are square brackets, huh? These are
Yes.
square brackets, not these brackets, or not
Or
these
curly.
brackets, or not these brackets. So every brackets has its own significance. So you have to remember that. I'll explain you in a very clear way. Okay. So when I connect this to this, it's going to return everything. If I'm asking to get only the second one, I'll type 2. Simple. Clear, no?
Clear.
Okay.
Clear, everyone? So
Yes.
anyways, I want to select level 3 to, I wanna, set a level 3 to this. So simply set this to this. Guys, clear everyone? Clear everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So keep trying for tonight. I mean tomorrow. So you'll come to know. Actually, this is not a June batch. Even we started in May. You. Tomorrow we'll see the practical problems. Generally, I mean, so far you understand all the data types. We have integer, string, double, boolean, element ID as well, and you have played with integer controlled parameter as well. I'm going to send you some sort of tasks, I mean assignments from tomorrow onwards. Be prepared. And second thing, we are going to discuss all this in tomorrow's session. Like, so how, I mean, I can see only instance parameters in the element dot parameters, but I can't see the type parameters. How to play with the type parameters. And storage types we have already played with. Accessing and manipulating object properties, you know that. Getting and setting. So handling linked and hidden parameters. So what is the linked and hidden parameters? what is linked and hidden parameters? There are two type of, I'll explain it tomorrow. Very important.
Hidden parameter means nested.
Something close to nested. Okay. So working with element IDs. So we have played with it today. Techniques for manipulating element ID. Tomorrow, again, I have already explained few. We'll see tomorrow completely. So view manipulations, how to control all of this, and UA limitations. Okay, tomorrow what we are going to cover. This is day 2. So what is a read-only parameter? How to understand the read-only parameter? Can we control a read-only parameters? Can we control a read-only parameter?
Read-only parameters means in Revit.
Means in the sense like this volume is a read-only parameter. See, when you hold the
trace, that one.
this one, I can't edit, non-bearing I can't. So the
built-in
stop
parameter.
extension distance I cannot. These looks like a read-only, but they can be controlled. How? If I change the length of the wall, what happened? See, I'm just changing the length of the wall. See, the volume has been changed. Got it?
Yes.
Got that? So it has came. Okay. So when I pick any, so it is overlapping anyways. So when I just pick a wall and can I control this parameter? You can definitely answer this. Come on. We can. How? If I enable this, see structural uses become a write-only parameter. This is a write-only parameter. This is a write-only. This is write-only. Read-only. Read-only. Write-only. Read-only. Write. Read. Read. Write. Read. Write. Read. Oh, write. Do you understand? So structural usage is a read-only. But when I turn it on, so the read-only parameter has been turned into write-only parameter. And the rebar cover exterior face, rebar cover interior face, rebar cover other faces, it was not there before. The 3 parameters were not there before. Are they? No, actually. Correct? When I turn it on, I can see these 3. These are called hidden parameters. These are called hidden parameters. So how to control those? We are going to discuss it tomorrow. Okay? Clear, everyone? So from tomorrow onwards, the basic stuff, I mean, the important stuff is going to be started. So whatever you have learned these 2 days, it is not the real time training. Okay? So this is just like a warm-up. So be confident. If you're not confident, let me know. I can cancel tomorrow's session and we can have it on the next day. I'm just kidding. There are no breaks. And on your majority of the people requested for 6 days a week training. Are you okay with that? 6 days a week training.
Can you please make it 5 days?
Is 5 days.
Majority. Majority, I'm
5
asking.
5 days.
5 days.
5 days, 5 days.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because
Fine.
something
Thank
we
you.
do
At least I can spend some time with my family on Saturday. Okay. Well, great. Everyone are
Whatever
requested like for
practicing.
5 days. But actually, for these kind of tools, I generally prefer 6 days a week because I don't want to give that break in between. But another point of view, you must have some time to practice whatever you have learned. Okay, so that is the reason even I'm also allowing you to go with the 2 days off, but you have an assignments. Okay, well, so integer control parameters, element ID, handling list parameters, node connections. So what is this node connections? We'll see tomorrow in a very clean way. And tomorrow we are going to, I don't think so. We are going to introduce packages because I'm going to send you some packages as well. We'll see what are the things that we can. Tomorrow, we are creating some scripts like creating levels, what it is actually expecting. So there are some sort of like, level dot by name, level dot by name. So what is this expecting actually? What is it expecting? String.
String.
What if I connect a string to this? It is going to create a level. Level. Okay. So Control F. Tomorrow, let me close this. We're not using this anymore. Tomorrow, don't miss tomorrow's session at any cost. Very interesting. So we are using our general data types and creating some sort of a scripts like, by name. So you just type by name, you'll come to know. You can create a material. Seriously, you can create a global parameter and you can create a work set by name. If you connect multiple work sets, they're going to create. And the data type it is in string. Data type it is in string. 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 Spec type. So this is different one. Spec type is a element specific data type. Is this clear? Guys, is this clear? Okay. So if it is not an integer, double, string, or boolean, it is an element type. It is an element specific parameter. I mean data type. Consider, and we'll definitely find it out how to connect. So if I want to create a number of levels or work sets, a work set it is already here, no? So if I want to create a level, same one. If I want to create a element filter, okay. If I want to create, there are a number of list. If I want to create a parameters, it is
Yeah.
getting actually. So we are going to see some more, interesting scripts tomorrow using the 2 days concept. So whatever we have learned in 2 days, so we are going to see how we are going to connect those values. Guys, clear?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
don't miss tomorrow's session. It will be very interesting. So any questions for today? Any questions? Guys, today's practice is very, very important. I don't bother if you didn't practice yesterday's assignment, but you must do today's because element IDs are not as simple. You have to sit and put some brain, use some brain. Don't keep it for so long, like idle. Guys, everyone, okay? So we'll see tomorrow. Any questions, guys? No?
Will you please send the script and video link today, tomorrow?
WhatsApp, Sasudaran.
Okay, thank
By
you.
the way,
Thank
are
you.
you a student?
Yeah.
Hello,
I don't
sir.
think so. Are you a student?
Yeah.
Have you enrolled? I
Yes,
don't think
yes,
so.
yes, enrolled.
Huh? Is that? Can you text me hi on my number?
Yeah,
Like
I'll
this?
send it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, good. Okay. See you tomorrow, everyone. Good night.
Good night,
Thank you.
sir.
Night, Rajesh.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night, Rajesh.
Good night. Stop sharing. Stop recording.